And as far as innings pitched, 236.2. That was the top number in the league. And he trots out to work, and he is about as steady as they come. So he's your pick to click here early.
Pick to click.
Biggio clicks one into center, popped it up. Rowan, one away. 500 in 1931 for the St. Louis Cardinals. Here's a ground ball to the right side on a little bunt, 2 out. Ichiro hit .421 in 2001, and then there's Taveras hitting .387, but he's 0 for 1 tonight. Five-minute half inning, no score.
Pettitte had his best year. His best year as far as earned run average is concerned. Second to Roger Clemens in that department.
On a line into right. Nice catch by Lane as that ball stayed in the air for a long time. Podsednik with a good at bat. Congratulations.
That's
92 years. Pettitte fell behind 2-0, came back to strike out Gucci, 2 down, and here's the defense. Hard hit, base hit. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 out. Got him on the outside corner, and Pettitte gets through a scoreless first. This young lady was 46 years old 46 years ago in 1959. Here's a shot into left field off the bat of Ensberg, and gone. A home run for Houston. First pitch swinging. Buehrle delivered it. Ensberg lost it, and it's 1-0 Houston in the second. Just like that, the Astros have their first lead in this series.
Morgan Ensberg with 36 home runs on the season.
Bagwell clunks one to third. Tough play for Creedy. Goes on the run for out number 1. And he's on with 1 out. So a homer, a ground out, a base hit. Burke is coming up in our Lunesta trivia question.
A lot of things that Phil Garner can do now. The hit and run is 1.
Little pop-up, shallow right, might drop. Die a long run, and he's there for out number 2. And a win in the ALCS game 2 went all 9. Lane is running. A throw down by Pierzynski is late. The stolen base for Houston gives Ausmus an easier RBI chance. Buehrle's 3-2. Slow roller, tough play. Creedy will let it go. And it's going to stay fair. We talked to Garner before the game about that third baseline. A run home, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Everett. The inning started with Morgan Ensberg taking the first pitch out. Houston takes a second inning lead in game 2.
Like a guy like Buehrle, for instance, who works away to right-handers, doesn't necessarily need that type velocity.
That's a 3rd strikeout already for Pettitte. Here's a 1-1. Ripped right through Ensberg. And with 1 out, the White Sox have their second base runner of the night. Astros leading 1-0, and Pierzynski hits it in the air to left. Back is Burke at the wall. It's off the wall. And the runners will have to end up at first and second for the White Sox. Burke, who is new to the outfield, got back there. And a fly ball down the right field line. It is a fair ball. Rowan will score. Pierzynski will go to third. It's a tie game. steps in with a go-ahead run at third. Runner on at first, and he pops it up. Out goes Biggio. The second baseman is there, bobbles it, drops it. Pierzynski will score. Throw to second for the force out. 2 out in the inning. And the White Sox lead 2-1. Now it's Uribe taking off with a good jump. Throw down. He is safe. Stolen base for Juan Uribe is, and then the stolen base by Uribe, and Podsednik waits and grounds to the first baseman. A fair ball, and this inning is over. Astros got 1. The White Sox come back with 2. Third inning, game 2, 2-1 Chicago. Craig fly to center his first time up, reaching for it, grounds to Creedy. 1 away. Sounds of the game with Rowan
home, and you can make a case that he was turned toward home plate. He missed the ball by 5 feet.
Here's another extra base hit for Taveras. He had 2 doubles last night. He'll make it to second and now turn it on and try to get to third. The relay by Uribe too late, and it's a 1-out triple for Willie Taveras.
Aaron.
Berkman flies one into center field. Rowan will make the grab. Taveras will tag and come to the plate to tie the game. So with a catch by Aaron Rowan in center. Got him looking. Third strikeout for Buehrle. He can move. Willie Taveras legging out a 1-out triple. Scores to tie it 2-2. With the 2, 3, and 4 hitters now for the White Sox. Aguchi hits one down the left field line. Chris Burke over to cut it off, and Tadahito Aguchi has a leadoff single. Our Lunestia trivia question. He takes off, shattered bat, and Berkman's only play is to first. To the right side for Biggio. 2 down. And Aguchi's at third with Everett coming up. Throughout the postseason. Here's a 1-1. Hard hit. Diving stop by Ensberg. Gets up. Inning over. Good play by Morgan Ensberg to keep it a 2-2 game. We go to the 4th. Game 2. White Sox up 1-0. We're tied 2-2.
I'm in the ball. Up in the strike zone.
Hard hit right side. What a pick by Aguchi. 1 out.
For Jason Lane to throw left-handed and bat right-handed.
The pepper in the right side of the infield. Konerko takes it. 2 down. Chris Myers, you're up. It's the kind of company that Chris Myers keeps. I got to hang around Chris more. Sawed off is Burke, and that's 3 ground ball outs here in the 4th. Bottom of the 4th. 2-2 game. Astros and Sox. On 1 and 2. Rowan pops it up. Shallow right center. A long run for Lane. He's there. 1 down. Here's Jim Hickey, pitching coach for Houston.
And not harder when he's in trouble.
Here's a 2-2. A strikeout for Pettitte. That's his 4th of the night. And Pierzynski is the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 4th. He has 10 RBIs this postseason. 2nd to Konerko. 3 hops to Everett. Off we go into the 5th inning here in Chicago. A cold, wet night. 2-2 score. Back after this from your local station.
And an admirer of Todd Worrell.
This one Creedy can't make the play on. He knocks it down, and Ausmus is going to end up at second. Creedy got enough of it. It dribbled away, and with that, Ausmus is 2 for 2 as he adds a double. And strikes out. 4th strikeout for Buehrle. Now one of them bigger than that. Another Another shattered bat. Iguchi will play it on a bounce. Dangerous play, and he gets the out. Ausmus doubled to start the inning. He's at second with 2 out, and Taveras reaches for it from the hole. Uribe can't make the out at first, and it's first and third for Berkman. Not with the speed of Taveras once the ball got past him.
You're correct. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Berkman hits it fair down the left field line, and the Astros are back out in front. In to score is Ausmus. Taveras will score as the left fielder Podsednik has trouble with it. And it's 4-2 Houston here in the 5th. Lance Berkman delivers, and he has
excellent hitter right there in Lance Berkman.
This one is driven out to short off the end of the bat, caught by Uribe, and we are halfway through game 2. 2 runs on 3 hits for Houston. White Sox coming to bat, trailing the Astros 4-2. 9-1-2 for the White Sox, who are now trailing by 2. Rain continues to fall, and that ball is fair. Down the left field line off the bat of Uribe, and he will cruise into second base with a leadoff double.
The Houston Astros are very, very comfortable with Andy Pettitte on the mound. You couldn't have anybody better.
Sednick pops it up into left center. Uribe will tag. Taveras has a good arm, and Uribe will hold. And there's an example of the good arm. So now Podsednik does not advance the runner. First time. Down 1-0, leading game 2, and Pettitte has Uribe hung up. Talk about being a savvy veteran in the postseason. He ends up getting the out with only 1 throw. Andy Pettitte did not panic at all, and he took 1 throw. You're in for a treat on Tuesday night. Garland was outstanding. Out is Iguchi to end the inning. Andy Pettitte just picked off his 9th in his career in the postseason.
2 assists to end the inning for Pettitte.
We go to the 6th. Houston up 4-2. 2-run double by Lance Berkman. Hard hit and caught by Creedy on a line. 1 out. Or if Berkman ever got his glove on the arm of Tadahito Iguchi. Strikeout for Buehrle, number 5 on the night.
And here they are in the World Series.
Berg pops it up. Shallow left, and Podsednik is there. A 1-2-3 6th inning. Bottom half coming up. Andy Pettitte back to work. Heart of the order coming up for the White Sox. They trail by 2. Die into right center field, slicing to Lane. In the air to right, Lane is back on the move at the wall for out number 2. Good running catch.
What a good play by Jason Lane. Absolutely.
Here's a 1-2. Everett floats one to center, and that's a 2-out hit. Carl 1 for 3, and he's on to keep this 6th inning alive for Chicago with Aaron Rowan coming to the plate.
For a manager to get a reliever up.
That is ripped down toward the corner. It is fair. Burke digs it out. Everett ends up at third, and it's second and third with 2 down on a double by Rowan. Four-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Second and third, 2 out. Popped up. The shortstop Everett fighting that wind, and the rain has it to end the 6th. Andy Pettitte through 6 innings with a 4-2 lead. We go to the 7th, game 2. Astros up a couple. Back after this from your local stations. On 1-1. Ausmus into the air to left center field. Going to get it is Rowan. Aaron Rowan moments ago had this conversation with Adam Everett. Humidity 34%. Houston, and Creedy with a diving catch to his right. Everett is thinking, what do I have to do? He finally hits one hard, and Creedy is there leaning, catching. Inning over. Buehrle gets through 7. An 0 for 4 night for Biggio, and the Sox head off the field. Bottom of the 7th. Joe Creedy first up.
71 appearances on the year.
He has Creedy out in front, off balance. 1 out. We saw Bruntlett is in at second base as Garner adds to the defense. Here's a shot into left center field. Well hit at the wall. It's off the wall. Uribe digs into second with a 1-out double. Saw a shot of Roland Heeman. Two down.
I believe that was a splitter. Excuse me, Joe.
Two on, 2 out. The first walk handed to the White Sox tonight. Dye hit by the pitch to load him up. And now the bases are loaded with 2 down. Chad Paul's worked an inning and 2/3 last night. 7 games this postseason. And he inherits a bases loaded 2 out with Konerko up. And he rips one into left. Konerko, grand slam. First, let's go back to how the White Sox loaded them up. Here's Everett running on a pitch down and in. Throw by Osmus is in time. And then after Jermaine Dye was hit by the pitch, according to home plate umpire Jeff Nelson, Pauls took over, and then Konerko took over. The grand slam has the White Sox up in game 2. 6-4. And awarded him first base. The pitching change and the grand slam followed. Taveras flies to right. Dye makes the catch, and we go back to the 3-2 pitch to Dye. Buehrle 7 innings. He's in line for the win if the White Sox hang on. Berkman is gone. With the bases empty, 2 down, Ensberg grounds to short. Uribe, bottom of the 8th. This place is alive now. White Sox coming to bat. Up 1-0, leading game 2, 6-4. Chopper, Ensberg, scooped by Berkman. 1 away in the 8th. New pitcher is the left-hander Mike Gallo. Got into 36 games during the regular season.
A third of an inning in each game.
Pierzynski grounds to second. Bruntlett takes care of the out, 2 down. And let's see if Lidge is coming on to face Creedy. He's grounded out, fouled out. He fouled out to start the 7th. And then the White Sox went to work. Backing up on it is Ensberg. The inning is over. Bobby Jenks, the closer, coming on for the White Sox. Bagwell into center field. Rowan will not get there, and the Astros have a leadoff hit in the ninth. Bobby Jenks gave up 3 home runs in just over 39 innings pitched in the regular season. 1 out. Trying to get to 2-0 here tonight, and that misses to put the tying runs on. 2 on with 1 out. And Ozzie Guillen is wondering where those last 2 pitches were. Ausmus waits. 2 on, 1 out. Check swing grounder to the right side. The runners advance to second and third. 2 down. And now with Everett, the next scheduled hitter, he's coming back to the dugout. Remember, defensively, the Astros pulled Biggio out, put Bruntlett in, and he's on deck. Vizcaíno, a base hit to left. 1 run scores. Here comes Burt. Throw home. Safe, and the game is tied. Vizcaíno delivers. 6-6 in the ninth. What a slide by Burt. He got his hand in there to tie it at 6. For the White Sox, consoling Bobby Jenks. Gives up 2 on 2 hits, a walk, and 2/3 of an inning. Here's a 2-2 to Lamb. In the air to left, Podsednik is there, and this game 2, is going to be tied going into the bottom of the ninth. Who's coming up? Uribe, Podsednik, Iguchi for the White Sox in a 6-6 game. Now the White Sox and the fans here in Chicago will get a taste of the Houston closer, Brad Lidge, who's got electric stuff. And it's a 6-6 game. That's in the air to left center field, and back to get it is Taveras. 1 away. After being a hero in the top of the ninth, it would have been nice to get Lidge in the game in Game 6 in St. Louis in the NLCS to get that taste out of his mouth from the Pujols home run.
I don't think that taste is there.
Podsednik hits one to deep right center field. Back at the wall. This ball is gone. Podsednik goes deep. His 2nd home run of the postseason. And the White Sox win it 7-6. Lidge has a new taste.
The taste might be there now. Scott Podsednik had no home runs this season. None.